Welcome, everybody. It's Matthew Ray Scott from Virtual Sales RX, and I'm so happy that you were able to join us today. I know that you're busy. It is 10 a.m. Central Standard Time in God's Green Acre in Northwest Arkansas. And so I know you're busy, and so I want to get right into the topic at hand. In the chat section, do me a favor, let us know who you are and where you're joining us from. And Doug, I can see that you're in hot Texas right now, so thank you for joining us. And if you're unable to make today's live meeting, no worries. This will be recorded and you'll be able to watch this at your convenience. So, what's the purpose of today? Well, I want to start off with sharing whether virtual and medical sales RX is for you. In fact, I'll share with you right now whether you should listen to the rest of today's chat or whether you should just hang up right now and go forth with other priorities. It may make sense for you to hang in here if you have to engage with busy decision makers. Notice I didn't classify you as a sales rep. I didn't classify you as a real estate agent. I didn't classify you as a doctor. I simply said it may make sense for you to hang in here if you need to engage with busy people. Now, let's take that a step further. You are responsible for engaging with busy decision makers through your work, and you're struggling to find that engagement. It's more difficult. You are sending emails, you are sending voicemails, you're getting more unanswered replies. And so, if that describes you, then what I'm going to present to you today, which is an overview of our $97 boot camp, may be a perfect start. You see, the backstory on personalized videos is if you buy my premise of it's more difficult than ever to engage with busy decision makers, if your engagement rate since COVID has gone down, then you'll buy this premise that in a distracted, disengaged society in which we live in, where there's more people who are, you know, distracting you, the answer is you must have a system and a framework to build know, like, and trust. And I submit to you that my goal today is to encourage you to be open minded about personalized videos. There is no better vehicle today to help make you face to face at scale, to enable you to decrease the time that it takes to earn know, like, and trust. So if you're familiar with virtual or medical sales RX, you will know that for the past 4 years, we've been helping everybody from medical sales reps to real estate agents to nonprofit organizations to small business owners. We've been teaching them the approach of how to use personalized videos to differentiate, build trust, and ultimately increase engagement with decision makers. Now, you're also probably familiar that as coaches, we have a range of coaching programs that aligns with right where you're at. As you might imagine, those coaching programs involve hours of working with us to help you understand this unique approach that has allowed me personally to transform my engagement. As of this morning, I have sent over 25,000 personalized videos to decision makers. I'm averaging a 75% attention rate over the aggregate of those 25,000 videos. It has allowed me to 3x increase consultations allowing me to be fully booked every day of the week in less time and less effort. And it's not because I'm like all that in a bag of chips. It's because I studied how people prefer to engage with people like you and I who have something to provide to them in the form of a product, a service, or a solution. And I watched how they prefer to engage, and ultimately I studied how they prefer to purchase. You see, the problem with traditional sales consulting is that it's focused on helping you develop a level of skills around persuasion and persistence. In fact, I challenge you today, if you're watching this, I challenge you to go to your boss and say, what is our strategy to increase engagement and grow our sales more scalably? I challenge you to ask your boss that question. And here's the challenge. If your boss says, make more calls, get in front of more people face to face, respectfully, you are in the messy middle. There's not enough daylight time. There's not enough windshield time for you and I to be able to make that a sustainable model. So if you are with me on our need to be able to become virtual and scalable face to face, you're in the right place. Now, I want to share my screen with you, and I want to orient you to a new program that we are creating. And this new program is our $97 boot camp. Now, here's why this may be a fit for you. You are aware that we've got intense coaching programs that you'll have 6, 7 more hours face to face with one of our agency coaches. Or you're aware that at Medical Sales RX and Virtual Sales RX that we have a ready to go, on demand, go at your own pace, learn how we utilize this approach, get you started on personalized videos. For whatever reason, you're not there yet. Either you're doing well enough, you are not ready to invest $497, respectfully, and so you're looking for a seamless way to learn more about this unique personalized video approach that fits any budget. And so the purpose of today is to share with you a new course that we are developing. Now, you notice that I use the word we are developing. We are finalizing filming, because I mentioned this will be a course that you can access from anywhere at any time. And so the benefit to you is you don't have to attend a live event. You can access it ad infinitum whenever you want. And so I'm going to cover the different topic areas. Now, you may be interested to know this was a $297 course value, and now, currently, for a time period, it's only $97. And so, who are you that might be interested in this initial approach? Well, we have a saying at Virtual Medical Sales RX, and that is that we're all in sales. Just most people don't know it yet. We will have doctors. We will have insurance people. We will have billing people. We will have medical sales people. We'll have interior decorators. A list goes on and on who will join us for this course. We are all in sales. Just most people don't know it yet. Here we go. So here's why it may make sense for you to join us in this course. So we plan on going live within the next 2 weeks. And so we will provide you with a pre-registration link, kind of first come, first serve, that you can join and take advantage of this $97 discount price. We'll provide you with that. If you weren't able to attend this live, no worries. You'll get this recording sent to you. We'll also post it on LinkedIn so that you have access to the registration link. So the first thing that we're going to cover is we're going to provide you with a comprehensive guide to personalized videos. Imagine us sharing with you how we go through the process of scripting, how we produce this personalized video, either on our phone or using our webcam, how we distribute it, the gear in which we use to gain video mastery. So we're going to cover that entire unique approach. Secondly, we're going to share with you tools that enable you to seamlessly, no editing, no custom video skills, of how to create your first video, deliver it to the right audience at the right time. And we're going to show you how you don't need to be a content creator. You don't need to be masterful in front of a camera. You have what you need in your back pocket with this phone and with your webcam that you have built into any laptop. Our third tip that we're going to teach is the art and science of how to craft impactful messages. We hear this from people and we're no longer surprised. It goes like this. Hey, Matthew, I created a personalized video on my phone using my video section right here on my phone. I sent it and nothing. This does not work. And we're no longer surprised at that. Would you believe me if I told you that if you don't know how to frame a story in 1 minute or under 2 minutes, and in fact, if you use your video camera function on your phone without a $19 a month software that we teach you, that message will typically fall on deaf ears, and that video will likely never even make it past the spam filter of that decision maker that you're trying to reach. It's not enough for you to skirt the system and just press play and say the same lame stuff that you said before. I know that Doug Hewlett is on this call, and one of my favorite conversations with Doug is his conversation of his approach to medical and virtual sales RX was, I'll try this on my own. He tried it on his own. It fell on deaf ears. He kept watching us share knowledge on LinkedIn and says, there's more to it than just pressing record. And so we want to guide you in the art and science of how to create compelling, impactful messages and help you to understand what the other person on the receiving end hears. In fact, module 2 that we teach in our virtual and medical sales RX can be summarized this way. What you say and what that busy person hears, it's not always the same. All right. The fourth thing that we're going to teach you is we're going to teach you how to create personalized videos that are conversion driving. What that means is that we're going to teach you techniques that boost engagement, that build trust, and that ultimately create more engagement, response, consultations, and finally close more deals. And so we've been doing this for 4 years. Myself personally, over 25,000 personalized videos. So over that span of time, we have learned how to teach you how to have personalized content, how to deliver it appropriately to the person that you would like to speak with. Next is we're going to teach you how to overcome video challenges. You want to know what's preventing most of you from creating and sending your first personalized video? Imposter syndrome. You got head trash. Your head trash is nobody in my industry is using personalized videos. I will be the only one. I will stand out in an industry where I am taught to fit in. And so we're going to teach you how to overcome imposter syndrome, how to gain confidence in your video strategies, and being able to deliver your branded story to the right person at the right time. The next tip that we're going to teach you is how to understand video performance analysis. You see, whether you use BombBomb or Vidyard, two softwares that we recommend, you're going to have back-end data analytics. The modern business development, small business owner, or sales rep has little to no idea whether their message is falling on deaf ears or is increasing engagement. It's one of those spray and pray maneuvers where you send out your boring emails. We're going to teach you what boring means and how what most of us learned in sales, we got it all wrong. We're selling like it's 1994. We have not adapted post-COVID to how people receive information and ideas. And thank you, Dr. Cornwall. Great comment about imposter syndrome and head trash. You and I lead with self-awareness and not self-promotion. You and I are not creating personalized videos because we need to see our face on camera. Rather, you and I send personalized videos because it decreases the time it takes for that recipient to go, I feel like I know him. I like what she had to say. Wow, I trust the value that they just provided in 1 minute and 32 seconds, as opposed to stalking me at the scrub sink of the OR, dropping literature off to Gloria the Gatekeeper, and sending me endless voicemails that typically start with just circling back and following up. Nobody's going to respond to that, except you and I were taught hashtag persistence, hashtag persuasion. We're going to teach you a whole different approach, of which personalized video just happens to be the vehicle, the trust trigger at the speed of trust. But imagine how helpful this will be. You will be pinged the second that your recipient views your personalized video. You will be able to have access and see that they watched 37% of your video an hour ago, and then 3 hours later, they watched 100% and they shared it to 2 colleagues via email. I mean, how much better does that get for understanding precise analytics? And step number 7 is the word script gets a bad rap. You know, we've been changing up the word script to include video swipe file. But I'm just going to call it what it is. Here is the challenge that most of you will have. You will be curious enough to use personalized video, and you will say, I will do this on my own. And what will happen is you will default into saying what you used to say via text-based outreach, and you will get the same results. And so what we learned early on was we could arm our graduates with success if they understood a new way to communicate in 1 minute, in 2 minutes, never, ever, ever over 3 minutes or less. I mean, imagine having proven framework of observation meets pain, transitioning into problem solving, and then closing with an interest-based call to action. It's a whole new way of thinking and communicating, and statistically, we know it aligns with the buyer's preference and journey. So what we will do is we will provide you with just a sample of ready to go to cold outreach, follow-up scripts. And then if you want more just like that, for a whopping $9.97, you'll have access to our entire vault of scripts and video swipe files and emails, that which we're testing and that which has proven itself over a span of 4 years to increase engagement. Most of you are with organizations right now that are giving you a win-win for the Gipper speech. Go out, make more calls, and sell more. But you see, it's working on the wrong end of the problem. The wrong end of the problem is just go out and make more calls. You see, that's outcome-based. Post-COVID, if you want to grow your business, if you want to become more scalable, you must focus on a process that is sustainable and scalable in order to exponentially grow your business, as opposed to incremental growth in sales, which is dependent upon the hours of 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Get behind your Honda Accord, drive miles, stuck in commute. That is an old way of thinking. It is based on yesterday's process and not today's perspective and preference. And so we're also going to share with you some success stories of others who have gone before you. We've had tens of thousands of graduates go through this course. They are walking testimonials as to how it's saved them time, how it's increased engagement, how on the receiving end they're getting responses such as, why doesn't every sales professional utilize this technique? And so we're going to share with you success stories so that you can find yourself within the success of others, just like you, who have walked the same footsteps. And then tip number 9, we're going to give you just some basic editing techniques. Now, you never, ever, ever have to edit the way that you're thinking, where you go in and splice and cut and remove. When I'm talking about editing, I'm talking about the paring down of what you should not say. For graduates who go through our course, here's an observation. The observation goes like this. At Medical Sales RX and Virtual Sales RX, man, oh man, oh man, you slay unnecessary and dull words that I used for years as part of my vocabulary when I would send emails and voicemails to busy decision makers. We slay dullness. You are going to be radically surprised when we teach you how to rid yourself of unnecessary jargon and words that is fluff, that doesn't help you, it hurts you. If you want to learn how to decrease the time that it takes to earn know, like, and trust, then you need to understand a framework for communication, which includes basic editing techniques. And then lastly, we're going to provide you with some engagement hacks. I love how over the past 4 years, we have flipped the script. We have solved the challenge of how might we create personalized videos that increases engagement, uplifts conversation, and ultimately optimizes that experience. Imagine everything from how we're going to teach you, built into the software that we use, captivating thumbnails, subject lines that punch people in the amygdala. And so if you are with me so far, then You are now in a situation where it might be helpful to understand, you know, how you might gain access here. And so what we will do is we will provide you with a way to have access to this, okay? And we'll send you the link. And not only will we send you the link, but you'll be able to pre register. Imagine how convenient it will be when you are able to go from, you know, that typical situation of, gosh, I've got to show up live in order to gain all of this great knowledge. Well, imagine how much more convenient it will be that you can access this in typical boot camp fashion. You will receive more than an hour's worth of condensed training. So there's enough macro and micro here that this may be the stepping stone that you need before you're ready to make the commitment and go all in understanding the approach and spending hours with us and having access to us as coaches. Here's what's not going to change. You will not be able to out hustle and out persuade the modern day buyer. It is a false logic. It is a Faustian bargain that you've been taught. Hashtag hustle, hashtag persistence is overrated. What's working really, really well right now is your ability to use personalized videos to be the Dr. Brian Cornwall, to be the Douglas Hewlett, to be the Mike Jones, to be the Mike Russell, to be the Eric Anderson that is virtual and time shifted. And in the 4 years that I have been creating and sharing personalized videos, as well as the transformation that I shared with you and the growth of business in less time, becoming scalable, the one response I consistently hear over and over and over again is, Matthew, why are more people not doing this? And I know the answer. Imposter syndrome and the reality that most of us as salespeople were taught to fit in. And for many of us, the desire to fit in and do what you've always done, just fit in, is a higher priority than to compliantly do something different, even though that different may work better, which causes you to stand alone. That's why people are not using personalized video. It's different. In this distracted and disengaged society where you and I are responsible for developing products and services to relieve pain and solve a problem, you must be different. Why else would I or anybody else on the receiving end give you the time of day if you're saying the same stuff that everybody else is? And you see, we got it all wrong. We thought our competition was the other company. It's not. Your competition is indifference, and it is the price that you and I pay for being boring. So, for those of you who are watching me on the recording, no problem. I'm glad that you're able to receive this and not, have to show up live. For those of you who took the time in your busy schedule to show up live, I hope that it gave you the confidence and the curiosity to learn more. We will send to you via email the link where you can pre-register for the $97 boot camp, where you will see me and other agency owners, pre-recorded videos, giving you everything that we have in the knowledge in which we've communicated today and what we've learned. And we welcome you to learn more. So thank you, everybody, and I hope you have a great day.